Welcome to today's Explainer. Today, we are setting the stage for a deep dive into mastering your financial transactions with Wright-Patt Credit Union. Whether you're setting up payroll at a new job, paying a utility bill, or just eagerly waiting on a tax refund, having the exact right banking details is basically the hidden engine that makes your entire financial life run smoothly.
Okay, did you know that a single-digit mistake on your tax return could literally delay your refund by weeks? It's a startling fact, but it happens all the time. The IRS processes millions of automated clearinghouse, or ACH, transfers, and when a routing number or account number is off by even one single digit, the system just automatically rejects it. The funds bounce back, and you're left waiting, sometimes for weeks, for a paper check to be mailed out. So knowing exactly how to find and verify your bank routing number is absolutely crucial to avoiding these massive headaches.
And here is the hero of our explainer. If you're a Wright-Patt Credit Union member, this is the universal 9-digit routing number you need to know. 242279408. Take a quick second to commit that to memory, or just jot it down. This singular number is used for all standard domestic transactions across the credit union's entire network, completely regardless of which branch you originally opened your account at.
Okay, let's dive into our roadmap for today. We're going to cover what is a routing number, 2. Locating your WPCU routing number, 3. Real-world routing scenarios, 4. Security and best practices, 5. Troubleshooting common routing problems, and 6. A recap and final disclaimer.
Starting us off with Section 1. What exactly is a routing number?
So, a routing transit number, or RTN, is a 9-digit code assigned by the American Bankers Association. You can basically think of it as an institutional address within the massive U.S. national payment ecosystem. And what's really fascinating here is that these numbers actually mean something. For Wright-Patt Credit Union, that 242 prefix specifically tells the system that the institution's transactions are cleared through the Federal Reserve Bank of Cleveland, which handles Ohio and the surrounding areas.
To clear up any confusion, I love this analogy. Think of your routing number like a zip code. It gets the funds to the correct neighborhood, which is the Wright-Patt Credit Union ecosystem. But, a zip code alone isn't enough to deliver a package, right? You also need the account number. The account number is the specific house where your money lives. You always need both of these pieces to successfully complete a transaction.
Moving right along to Section 2, locating your WPCU routing number.
Now, what's really great about this is how easily you can find this information. The most direct physical source you have is a standard paper check. If you pull out your checkbook, just look at the very bottom left corner. You'll see a string of numbers printed in a special magnetic ink. This is called MICR ink, which stands for Magnetic Ink Character Recognition. The very first 9 digits in that bottom left row represent your routing transit number. And as we know, for Wright-Patt, that's going to be 242279408. But hey, what if you don't use paper checks? Digital access is just as easy. Simply log into the WPCU online banking portal or open the mobile app on your phone. Next, select the specific depository account you want to use, like your checking or True Saver account. Finally, just tap or click on Account Details or Details. Right there, both your routing number and your full electronic account number will be cleanly exposed for you to just copy and paste. And if you're ever locked out of your app or away from your checkbook, you've got some great fallback options. You can call the Member Help Center directly at 800-762-0047. You can visit a local branch. You can use the search bar right on WPCU.coop, or you can even check the official Federal Reserve FedWire directory online. The point is, the information is always within reach.
All right, Section 3, Real-World Routing Scenarios. So the crucial point here is knowing when you're actually going to need this number. And honestly, you'll be asked for it all the time. You need it for setting up direct deposits so your paycheck clears automatically. You absolutely need it for receiving IRS tax refunds swiftly. You're going to use it to automate utility or credit card bill payments, to direct funds into a health savings account, and to initiate domestic wire transfers. In all these everyday scenarios, your routing number is the gateway.
Oh, and here's a really important operational detail. When using that routing number to send an urgent, same-day domestic wire transfer, you absolutely must have all verification items fulfilled and initiated before 4 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. If you miss that window, your transfer could be delayed to the next business day, or it might even get canceled entirely.
That brings us to Section 4, Security and Best Practices. A massive best practice here is to manually verify your routing and account details every single year when you file your tax returns. Seriously, don't just let your tax software autofill it without double-checking. Also, when you're setting up external transfers, you have to ensure the primary name on the external account matches exactly with your WPCU account. Unmatched names immediately trigger security blocks and your transfer will fail.
And here's a pro tip, especially for our business owners out there. Wright-Patt partners with Deluxe for check printing. If you decide to order custom checks from a third-party vendor that isn't Deluxe, you must manually verify that they print the exact 2422-79408 routing number, and you need to provide them with the proper starting number for your check sequence. A single tiny typo at a third-party printer will render an entire box of checks completely useless.
Now for Section 5, troubleshooting common routing problems.
This next point brilliantly illustrates a massive trap we need to avoid because it's the single most common error people make. When setting up a direct deposit or an ACH payment, do use your 9-digit routing number and your specific checking or savings account number. Never, and I mean literally never, use the 16-digit number printed across the front of your plastic debit or credit card. Card networks and bank depository routing paths are entirely different systems. If you enter your 16-digit card number on a direct deposit form, the core processing system is just going to reject it right out of the gate.
To add to that, if you're browsing the WPCU mobile app and you click Details under your credit card account, you might see a 16-digit number pop up. Please be aware that is purely an internal system-level placeholder used for administrative identification by the credit union. It is not your actual credit card number, and it definitely cannot be used to route payments.
So you might be wondering, what account number should you use alongside your routing number? Well, you need the 13-digit MICR structure. A very common mistake is members just giving out their base membership number, but that's just not enough. Automated networks need to know exactly which sub-account to hit. The 13-digit format combines a share ID, like a 1 for a share account, plus a specific code, like 90, followed by your base account number padded with leading zeros to make exactly 10 digits. Honestly, the easiest way to get this exact 13-digit string perfectly right is to just copy it directly from the account details screen in your app.
Okay, let's move to our final section and see how this builds our financial confidence. Recap and final disclaimer. Let's rapidly lock in these key takeaways. Wright-Patt Credit Union's universal routing number is 242-279-408. You can easily find it on the bottom left of your checks or right in the mobile app under Account Details. Remember the golden rule: never use your 16-digit plastic card number for ACH routing. And always ensure you're using the full 13-digit micro account format so your direct deposits and tax refunds clear flawlessly.
So here's a question to leave you with. Have you actually noted down your exact 13-digit MICR account and 9-digit routing number today? Don't wait until you're staring at a blank direct deposit form under pressure. Take 3 minutes today, log into your app, and securely note these details down so you can completely prevent your next transaction delay.
To safely close us out, a quick, mandatory disclaimer. The information provided in this explainer is based on current resources. Please always verify details with official Wright-Patt Credit Union resources, like their official website or help center, or consult a financial expert for personalized advice regarding your specific accounts. Thank you so much for joining me to master your routing details. Stay focused, stay informed, and I'll catch you in the next explainer.